watch how it goes in the middle lane. Again, Faker, Nature's Prophet is pretty legendary at this point, but Leo style also just very, very impressive on the Void Spirit here. I almost wondered too, because, you know, they were talking about that Wind Ranger pickup. I wasn't sure if they would try to put Matthew on the Void Spirit instead, because he does quite well with it, but
Sorry.
they're all excited too. Look at it. They're like, oh man, I was totally on board for that too. I was like, oh, is it gonna be the time where we see the Wind Ranger on Leo's style? Sorry, Tango.
Probably not.
Looks like
Probably not.
Looks like it's Void Spirit.
Yeah, which is more likely to be the case. Wind Ranger mid can be good, but it's just more popular as a support right now, and it seems to be decently effective. It lanes pretty good, and with Shackle Shot, it gives you a lot of good setups that normally you would have to rely on like a core to be able to do for you. So,
MSS plays a lot of it too, from what we saw in Quincy.
He does. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Great job with it.
He does. It actually seemed like there's a couple players. Snaking was the other one that we saw yesterday, I believe, played really good in the mid lane. Curious to see how the Void Spirit goes. I assume that it'll be a little bit tough because Prophet's going to have a lot of harass, but on the bright side, he can block physical damage with his third skill, so he'll have that small advantage, save some HP as time goes on.
It definitely feels like it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to this courier get taken down, to kind of have these rotations onto the mid lane, because that's what really worked out great last time, was that you had Michael on the Tiny. They had a very sustainable off laner. They had the Doom, so he's able to roam a lot. But with the Axe, he needs a little bit more help with what's being faced with here in this lane. So I think that's going to come back to be a little bit of a challenge for the side of Infamous. They're not going to be able to perform these ganks quite as much unless they get like a Rune of Opportunity.
Yeah, they might have some opportunities. I'm not super worried. This is a good kill potential. I don't know what his bash numbers were. Too low for them to grab that one. It's a little bit scary to leave Axe by himself, but against Terrorblade, he's fine. Like, as long as meta's down, then he actually has very little threat of dying. Like, the Phoenix is slightly worrisome, I guess, but on the bright side, it's easy for them to gank mid, like getting Bane set up behind, or getting Rolling Boulder running in with Earth Spirit. It's an easy way to gank, but Leo styles should be survivable enough with Dissimulate that I don't think it'll be that big of a worry. So maybe there just won't be that many ganks towards the mid lane, to be honest.
I feel like that pressure is how they really started to escalate, though, when we're able to get the advantage on Thunder Predator. So I'm a little bit worried.
That was the case last game. Like, but it's very different here. So even though it was like really valuable last game, their cores aren't as greedy, so it probably won't be the case in this one. He's really trying to bait him here. Please kill my courier. Go ahead and try it.
I dare you.
Oh.
First dive. Oh, the kickback. He's still ticking down.
Last attack. Okay, it's fine.
It's a miss too.
Got one evade there, but yeah, he was gonna live for sure. Good pressure.
Lindsay now struggling a little bit to deal with Papita.
Keeps pulling the creep with him. This is getting a little scary here.
He's looking very scared with the roll. That's the first blood, I think. Yeah. Alright.
So that was Phoenix finishing, or almost killing Earth Spirit, rotated over, killed the Observer Ward that he knew was there, and in the meantime they killed Terrorblade. And that's one of the benefits. You see him on the Observer Ward and they said, oh, go for him. So that's why Earth Spirit rotated over. Plus Earth Spirit used Salve, so maybe he thought that Earth Spirit would be pressured enough, but didn't end up being the case. 19 last hits now on Leo style. A lot of that is going to be Nature's Prophet Treants, or at least some of those last hits. So his net worth is going to be a little bit higher than it really should be based on that number, but Faker's still doing a great job himself in terms of last hits.
Nightmare getting placed over here by Excel, getting off a couple of these hits. Does have the brain stab. There's going to be the waveform coming out from Pakaze. Turn back around. They'll be able to get the kill on the Wind Ranger, but next to fall will be Excel.
It's still fine though. I guess it was the support taking the kill, but killing Wind Ranger is really nice. Killing 4 positions before you die as a 5 is almost always good. Rolls in a little bit late there. Expected Leo style to run back. Getting a free bottle refill here as well.
Always feels good. Oh, it was so close to getting that snap up Leo style. Now there's out the Aether Remnant. It's just a little bit off the mark, and they're trying to protect him. They get the shackle shot off. They need a little bit more damage, and it doesn't look like they have it. So MJZ now stuck in the trees. He's gonna try to eat his way through. Turns back around. Might just want to Oh gosh, and they get a kill on MNZ while MJC's not there. That is very good for Infamous. And this is gonna be a dead Phoenix.
All right, really good kills there for Infamous there. Yeah, Axe beats TB in lane. TB's got 1 billion armor, but you don't care because you do pure damage and you do magic damage. So being able to chase him down is not that hard, and you can clear the illusions pretty quick. The only worry is if the TB has Metamorphosis active, because then he's doing a lot more damage, but Axe gets on top of him in the 1v1, and now he's got a level advantage. Level 5 now picked up for the Axe. So TB may be forced to jungle a little bit earlier than expected here. 3 bounty runs for Infamous now.
He's one of those heroes that's able to, you know, successfully move out of the lane and jungle, starting even as low as like level 3. Not ideal, obviously, especially when you consider how fast an Axe can jungle and the pressure that he can put down, but do have these options available. Be interested to see, though, if Infamous keeps up the pressure on MNZ or if they'll start to rotate some of that pressure over towards Leo style.
Using his ulti for a couple more creeps. Yeah, the tower shots are a little rough, though.
Yeah.
He didn't sign up for that part. Morphling's net worth is a little bit weak, but I don't think he's died yet on Morphling, at least. And his net worth is just a little bit higher than what TB's is. So he's definitely being a little contested, and that's going to make his lane rough, especially when his movement speed is so low. Having a Slaughter matchup here isn't amazing, but it could be late.
Oh, the
it could be good
taunt?
later.
Is he just trying to get off as many hits as he can, but Matthew with the rotation, he still manages to get the dunk. Oh my word. They'll follow up. In comes Faker. They'll get another kill. Can they get another kill? Oh lord. 3 heroes in the safe lane of the side of Thunder Predator. Look at that. The tips come out. He deserves those.
He does. I actually thought that he wasn't chop ready on the TV. He must have been so close to 250 health, but he clicked in check. He saw he was within range. Didn't have to wait for another spin. Gets the kill. And then the Prophet backing him up helps them clean up that triple kill. So who needs to win mid when you can just stomp the safe lane TB?
That's a good question. Man, Pepita. I like this. I like seeing him on these types of heroes. Definitely better than... not that he played Doom poorly or anything, but I prefer to see him on the heroes that blink in or are able to just grab everybody in like an AoE. He's very good at this. All right.
A little under-leveled on Bane.
He's had trouble though. He's had a.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's had a lot of work to do for sure.
Yeah. Well, some plays being made. There's Excel here though. Throws out the Nightmare. Shackle doesn't quite connect. Michael with the roll on in might be able to turn this back around, but Faker's sitting very, very low. Leo still on the hunt. He wants his kill. He doesn't have any more remnants though, so he is forced to turn back around. Matthew, meanwhile, he's got the wind run. Looks like he's going to be able to get out, and they'll force back the side of Thunder Predator. Wrath of Nature, the roll on through from Michael. Oof. Faker with that snipe.
He rolled in, I think, there because they didn't have vision on the Wind Ranger, it being nighttime, so he needed to get closer to make sure that the Prophet ulti could come back and catch him. That's why it was like such a big separation between the Void Spirit and the Wind Ranger. Otherwise, it would have jumped immediately.
Pepita gets the call. Hasn't gotten any really good spins, but you know what you do? You do have a Faker making his way over. They have to be careful. Sunray comes out now from MJZ. Pepita forced to run away. Matthew waiting patiently. In comes Leo style. They realize, okay, we've gone a bit far. Here's Michael, though, standing nearby. No mana on him, though. I don't think he's going to be able to go and save Pepita, although he's just trying to do something. Manages to go for the roll on, and there's a call coming out from Pepita. And they're sitting also low. Gets the kill before he gets taken down. Pepita, God. And Michael, he's hoping that maybe he can try to roll on out, but nope. Not gonna be able to
that
do
was
it.
the whole team. That was the whole ass team. They were all there. Is he got Thunder ready? I don't think he has Thunder. Probably hasn't skilled it. Yeah, he has not.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't, but he's
Doing
just
a lot
slowly
of damage,
clicking him
though.
down. Leo Styles here. Oh, it was so close, but no hit.
What a huge
Blade.
kill. Oh, so well done. Attack moving, man. It's very mandatory. It's the only reason he gets that kill.
All right. Well, very exciting start to our last game of the series. My goodness.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Is he sitting very low?
Still jungling.
Has a Wind Ranger protect him? Yeah. I mean, we
He's
talked
gotta-
about him being greedy.
Under attack.
He's got to utilize the meta though. Like going back to heal while meta's on is a big mistake, and he can kite the creeps anyway. So he's got like 19 armor. He's gonna be okay. Ooh, the poor man's shield on Axe. That always feels good.
Feels like a little treat whenever that shows up for him.
It does. Yeah.
Smoke over here on Thunder Predator. Matthew and Leo style on the hunt. Looking for a pick off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Phoenix having to Icarus dive over into the tree line. Doesn't have the TP though, so this is looking like he is going to be very dead. Although it does manage to go
Oh,
and rise to Sunray out,
Just
but
gonna
just
slap him till
slowly
he
but
dies.
surely. Boop, boop. Wrath of Nature. Boop.
That was really close. He almost lived. Good nightmare there to protect the rune. That isn't there, unfortunately. Leo Star grabs it.
Radiant's
Illusion
bottom
rune
tower
is pretty
under
good.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And now they're pressuring bowling.
Yep.
Morphling with his Ring of Health. The Linken's Rush is a little bit uncommon
Dire's
right
top
now,
tower
but
is under attack.
there's some okay stuff to interrupt. Potential Yule Scepter on Void Spirit, Slardar ulti, Sunder. So that's probably the biggest thing, actually, is that if they go do a fight against Terrorblade and Morphling shows up, if you can Linken's block Sunder, that's a dead TP almost every single time. That's one really cool thing about it this game, that it was already like kind of a good Morphling item, but usually not justified getting. But this game, if used right, could be amazing.
It always comes down to the if it gets used right, though. Matthew. All right, Vita
Dire's
going
top
back.
tower is
Leo
under
Style will
attack.
clean up his
Dire's
creeps.
top tower has fallen.
Says thanks for the helping hand. Some moves being made
It's
on
a-
Matthew, but they do have to be careful. Leo Styles here gets the courier. Don't think there was anything on it at that point. I think it was already delivered.
Yeah, it was the Void Stone, which
Ooh,
if that got
that's
stolen, that would have been pretty rough, because that would have been a lot of... He maxed out Waveform first, and so if you got a lot of mana regen like this, he's trying to get a grip off on the TB here. Let's see if they can find him. Smoke breaks, they know about where he is.
Please don't look here. Please don't look here. Nope, they see him. They've got the Fiend Script, they've got the Silence, they've got the Magnetize, and they have a dead Terrorblade.
Yes. That was a lot of magic damage. Really good kill. But yeah, if you max Waveform like this on Morphling, all this mana regen is so important for accelerating your farm. You can nuke creep waves, move while nuking creep waves to just accelerate all of your gold collection. So it should help him keep his net worth up by going this build.
Gosh, that feels so bad. You just got taken down by both of the supports on the side of Infamous. Like, Pepita has his Blink Dagger. He wasn't even a part of that. He sees Leo Style over here. Michael also spotting, going for the 12-minute runes. Michael gonna maybe bait a little bit, throw his body at it. Pepita just a little bit too late with that Blink call.
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Oh, he
middle
actually messed
tower
up on
is
Leo
under
Style, though. He
attack.
grabbed... Well, he didn't... He must have forgotten that he had the Illusion Rune. So he tried to bottle the haste, but he didn't do that. He ended up just grabbing it. And then he had to use the haste afterwards, either because he either ran out of time or he tried to use it before haste. So not too bad, actually. That he wouldn't have made that mistake if he didn't contest it. So effectively, no haste rune.
We're getting really close to that Orchid being completed now. And you can see the Leo Style has opted to go for the Yule Scepter as that little bit of defensive setup, and also just setup in general for being able to drop those Aether Remnants and catch.
Yeah, it's actually perfect against Axe anyways, right? Because if Axe gets a big call, you just Yule's Axe, and then at least he's not spinning and dealing damage for the majority of that. But like you predicted, Orchid finished on profit here, and here comes the fight.
Rolling over onto the Phoenix Wrath of Nature. And he manages to get the dunk. A little bit of a false start. Matthews here, followed up with Frank. They're going to try turns back around again. They have that Corrosive Haze. Nice name being thrown out by XL. The roll in from Michael. And the jump in as well from Leo Style. But Faker is here. He's got that Orchid. He's going to turn back to Frank. Can they get enough damage over onto the Leo Style? He's going to pop. Michael also will be the next one to get taken out as they just keep ticking away to this Magnetize. Pepita finding him over on the side. They do have the Fiend's Grip as well. Pepita just waiting. Gets the dunk off. Wants to catch Matthew. But I'm not sure if they go for the... Yeah, they say it's go time. The blink board from the shackle coming out from Matthew was beautiful. It's not enough to keep him alive, though.
It's a dirty shackle right there. But very good time to fight there. All of their timings lined up perfectly. Orchid finished, so they're ready to dive. Fiend's Grip comes up in the middle of that fight. Axe has Blink Dagger, gets a good grab on the Phoenix at the start of this. They just are doing a great job. And now they get to take the tower probably for sure.
Yeah.
And then here's the profit advantage. Your ability to move around the map, force towers, and also farm fast. His net worth is abundantly higher than everybody else's on the enemy team. He goes straight back to jungling, losing almost nothing.
I feel like this happens a lot for Faker. I feel like he often is the very top of his team, in this case, in the entire game. But But in this case too, Pakaza's having a great game. They haven't really bothered him too much. He's had a lot of freedom. MNZ also, though, has been fairly uncontested and being able to just, you know, hit creeps as he likes. So I'm not sure. Like, Terrorblade is so strong, though, right? Like, I feel it's still very possible that he could just pop off.
Yeah, that's true. He definitely can, but there's enough disables on and silences on the enemy team that's still going to be scary for him for a bit.
Papita waiting patiently.
But I think he was reading the map situation that there's a good chance that a lot of people are behind him. They wouldn't have been able to get that kill. So that is why he is now TP'd away. He's going to go look for a kill in the bot lane instead. It looks like he's moving to the enemy jungle. Almost blade mail. Once he grabs this, it's going to be even easier to solo kill TB.
Just trying to shove out the lanes a little bit here. Lots of D wards going on though. Excel was thinking about it. Couldn't quite grab
trying, yeah. Couldn't quite get his creepy little hands on him, on his brain.
Yes. Good old sap brains.
Almost Manta for TB. Protect against silence. Gives him better offensive potential. Not going to make him very safe against the Axe, though. He's still only got 1,000 HP. So usually where TB gets a little bit safer is the level 15 talent, that health talent. But the ultimate orb will help a lot, too, when he finishes that, of course. That's another 200 HP, but looking a little scary. All right, and they're going to go for a smoke Roche here. This is a little surprising, but because they have Slardar, it's straightforward.
You're just going to pray that the Axe doesn't smell it. Because he is fairly close by over in the mid lane, but no, it doesn't seem like they realize. No one's showing in the lanes. This Roche is going down so fast. I don't think they're going to be able to contest it. Yeah, just a little bit too slow on the side of Infamous, but they did manage to finish up the Lincolns down the Morphlings. So do have that advantage. Papita, smoke breaks. With the Yules, the double damage gets popped here. Over onto Leo style, they'll drag right back in. It's a beautiful stun ray, but the Fiend's Grip on the other side. Michael will be the first to fall as they'll jump right back into the back lines. Pakaz running away. They've already used the egg. MNZ on the hunt. The step forward here coming up from Leo style, but the call comes out from Papita, and they get a really beautiful power shot as they're able to go take down Leo style. They take down Frank. MNZ now forced to run away. That Wrath of Nature does so much. Waveform comes out from Pakaz. He wants this kill. The Lincolns pop. It worked! They go right back, and again they find MJZ, and now it is just a Terrorblade against the world. He silenced up everybody, just beating down on this poor kid on the playground. And they are right by the tower. Efficiency, it's beautiful. What a fight.
I mean, Thunder Predator started that pretty well. They went on Axe, they used him, did a damage follow-up, and that forced Earth Spirit to go in, and most importantly, prevented Infamous's counter initiation. So the fact that Axe even got caught was kind of bad for Infamous. But they popped their spells a little bit too hard there. The Fiend's Grip on the Wind Ranger was actually so clutch from a cell there, because nobody's really going to go out of their way to stop him. And most importantly, that was like the easiest stun to interrupt Fiend's Grip. So just Fiend's gripping him guarantees that Wind Ranger's out of there, and they're going to get one kill at the start of the fight. So the fact that they dove after was crazy, considering that they weren't dealing damage to Axe. Axe got to disengage and then re-engage and get a big disable. And as soon as he got that call, that fight was won. But the fact they cleaned up everyone else as well was a nice advantage for Infamous. So what a crushing fight for them. 8,000 gold advantage now.
Absolutely wild. That Lincoln's too. Just the right timing. He didn't realize they had it just yet. Oof. Step in, coming from Leo's side, gets immediately silenced. They've got the vision too. The call coming out from Papita. He's got the blade mail, the stun ray, trying to keep him alive. He just dunks him right down. Now MJZ has to Icarus dive away. Michael doesn't want to give him up though. I don't think he's gonna be able to quite grab. They have the vision. Oh, the roll forward, Excel nearby, just on the hunt. The jump forward from Papita, no call, but gets the dunk anyways. Man, Papita is just looking so good. Mwah. Perfect.
He is. A lot of good chops here. Faster he gets to those higher levels, the more chop damage he's got too. So it'll be even easier to get these kills. But clearly the burst damage is amazing right now.
Baker's a BKB. I just want to point that out. He's also got himself a kill here, although Pakaz tries to teak it, you know?
He's got a free way to cut trees, but he can't use it if he's silenced. And now Morphling on a great trajectory. Did a good job in the last team fight. Now is working towards E-Blade. Once he finishes that, he's going to be in a great spot. And just having Ghost Scepter right now is great too.
Excel's positioning. Look at Papita. He's waiting. He's like, I'm just gonna chill out here. I'll jump in once this is done, and I'll get another kill.
Is under attack.
Chop.
Nice grab.
Man, this is just
Trying to catch.
what's happening to Thunder Predator. They are so. What's the
It's
word?
basically it's hard for them to get kills basically because Void Spirit had to go Yules for setup stuff. So it's like Void Spirit does damage, Slaughter can do some damage, TB can do some damage, but it's hard to like put them together to get kills.
Hello?
We got another one. That was a solo kill, I think.
Yes, that was.
And then on the other side, it's like they just don't have a lot of single target damage outside of like TB Slardar. Wind Ranger's more of like a utility setup than a ganker, so it just feels like they have way worse ganking. And now that Infamous has advantage, with the maxed out Rolling Boulder on Earth Spirit, they just walk around looking for fights constantly because they know if they get a call, then they're gonna have a really good engagement. So they just have the net worth advantage, and they're great at forcing fights basically.
I want to know like Papita's participation per minute at this point. Like he and Michael have just been running rampant this entire game. Fortunately, there's no way to find that out with an auto stat, but do get a smoke coming out from the side of Thunder Predator.
That was the Axe. How's he standing? Let's see.
And right there, the blink forward, the taunt. The roll on in coming out, but they just Delta split immediately. It doesn't matter though, because Faker comes down the other side. He gets a kill at MJZ, and they're still chasing after the Axe, but on the other side here, they need to do something. They're gonna be able to finally take down Faker, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the kill right back again over onto Frank. Papita will finally get taken down, so still skirmishing. Gaza's here. They make a buyback come out. They want to try to fight this fake. This is not looking good for Matthew. Matthew is down. Michael taking a lot of damage, trying to run away. They've got the magnetize. There's the Yules on the back line here as they're just trying. There's the Thunder being used, but Michael, he's still alive. Leostar chasing after him on the side. And then again, Pakaz trying to find the opening, trying to find a kill. Gonna wait for him. Did they find Leo style? They found Leo style, and they're going right back in. Again, they have their own Wind Ranger. Frank not gonna be able to go and land the hit. MNC trying to stay alive. The Sunray coming through. Egg's gonna get used. Pakaz, he needs some help. He doesn't have any friends nearby. Excel doing the best that he can, but there's only so much that he can do. They'll be able to go. They put the Nightmare out, and they'll finally be able to take down Pakaz. Poor Excel all alone in the woods, but Thunder Predator bouncing back after using several buybacks.
That bash was so big. Obviously, it's on a expected interval here, but he was about to jump away with waveform, overstayed a little bit, thinking he could get that TB kill. He did get his E-blade connected at least at the at the end of the fight, but all right, they win an engagement. They're still 14k behind, which is pretty darn rough. But Infamous didn't quite get their abilities to hit right. Axe had to disengage heavily at the start of the fight. He ran out of HP basically. Fiend's grip got interrupted pretty early on to that grip when it ended up getting used by the Yules from Void Spirit. So, and then also Prophet hard committed to the engagement, but he got worked down just with physical damage, including focus fire from the Wind Ranger. So a decent fight for Thunder Predator.
Yeah, I feel like Faker maybe went a little bit too deep in that engagement. He was too far away from the rest of his team, and they kind of struggled to make their way towards him, especially when you consider that Papita got chased all the way back to the Roche pit, kind of on his own. But they'll go for another smoke, and again, they feel like they have this momentum. MJZ breaking the smoke on Excel.
Looking to get a Nightmare set up here. Don't think he spotted that Observer with this sentry, but can they grab anybody? Smoke will break any second here.
As it breaks, the jump forward just a little bit too late. Faker also jumping in.
Whoops.
Able to throw the E-blade out. They shotgun down the Wind Ranger.
Oh, God. The rough one.
It's your pause for. It's okay. Not great, but definitely better that he gets taken down than MNZ.
Yep, definitely true. Yeah, it's like just out of range there. Cutting the tree and putting the ward there keeps Vision up for the Radiant team. Wind Ranger definitely feels a little vulnerable this game. Doesn't feel very useful, I gotta say. Maybe it's supposed to be their initiator, but they just didn't have any damage to follow it up with. It feels like it's just a bit of a weird pick. Good armor on Axe though, so he'll be able to tank the TB a lot better. Let's see if he spots him.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he walks right past him. Blade Mail comes up. Michael is here. The taunt. This just blows up MNZ. There was no Wind Ranger to tank that gank for him that time.
That was so much damage from Morphling when he jumped in. This advantage is really rough. You do not want to just lose your carry like that. But it's the best way for him to push out lanes is summon illusions, send him top.
Oh, very close here. Leostad just a little bit fast with the buttons. Pepita chases after him, but doesn't have anyone else to help him out with this, so he'll just back off.
And they have utter map control right now, so just accelerating their gold lead. Thunder Predator still is really good team fight between the Egg and Sunder potentially, but just very difficult for them to find the right fight. Void Spirit's net worth is extremely low. He's half of the net worth of what Prophet is working with here. Been having a hard time getting things done. He actually had Nightmare on the bot lane, but might just be Bane dying.
Looks like it's probably Bane dying.
Nah, he'll be fine. Oh.
Yeah, well, they're gonna go on in, and they drag right. They heard you, Purge. They're like, yeah, no. All right, Bakas turns himself into his own. Slardar is gonna try to go fight here with Matthew, but on the back lines they take down MJZ, and just like that, a simple skirmish where Excel is, you know, just chilling in the bot lane, decides to turn it back around. The team says, "Let's go! It's go time! Get in there, boys!"
It takes some courage to Fiend's Grip in that moment. I thought for sure it was gonna be interrupted, but he bought just enough time for his Morphling to get there and defend him. Everybody is dead.
Oh, the call right back in the taunt, everything. Leostyle's down. No buyback on this Void Spirit for 70-something minutes. Sorry, not minutes. Oh my god, seconds.
Launches him a little bit closer to his team, so it's easier for them to follow. Misses the rolling boulder as a result, but really cool engagement there.
I think he's been making up for this. This is gonna be 2. They're gonna get 2 towers, 2 racks here. Manta's picked up now for the Morphling. They're going for 3. What can they do? There's no Leo style, and Terrorblade's not ready to fight. Alright, did you get the Sagatis though? MNZ's here. Shackle will land over onto Bakas. He'll pop the Lincolns. Get a bit of trees being thrown out on the other side here from Faker. Nature, and it looks like they'll roll out. Oh,
like I saw them start this, right? Like they're pressuring. They did a nice spells. They shackle shot at him, and I'm like, all right, they're getting ready to go in. And all of a sudden, the melee Rex is just dead, and I'm like, oh, all right, it's over. They're just backing up now. All right, maybe they can fight around the Roche pit. They end up killing MJZ's ones. They are gonna know that Roche is there, and they have to be a little worried about this. But as long as they don't let Thunder Predator take Roche, like this game is cleaned up. So they're gonna have to go back and defend. They can kill fast.
There's no Spirit. Okay, the double damage helps a lot, but I think there's a Pepita axe. This is so risky. Thunder Predator, what are you doing?
They're going. They have to do this, and they're gonna kill it so fast.
Oh my god, they're gonna Pepita getting ready. Flame Spear though does manage to go and land. They'll be able to go pick up the Aegis, and Michael just gets shredded down, just like you said, Fred. A little bit too late. Evelyn gets thrown out, and Michael will get taken out. Cell also to fall.
The Nahaz DD, basically. Which very good timing for it. They didn't even get the Slardar ulti on it until they had to break Lincolns with it originally. So definitely reacted a little bit late. But I think if I'm Infamous right here, and if I wasn't ready to fight, just let them take it. They can wait this out easily. They actually got mega creeps, by the way, during this. I didn't notice, but that range barracks used to be there, and it's no longer there. So that's what they accomplished in exchange, and I think that is a really good trade. So now that you have to defend against megas at 28 minutes in a 24k gold deficit, who gives a shit if they have Aegis? Wait it out, hit creeps, and then crush them. That's a good pickup at least. Paladin Sword will be a nice help, but good luck. They're not going to force a big fight. They're going to try to spread you out a little bit, maybe get some pickoffs, but mostly they're just going to sit back and farm. And Void Spirit's going to jump around on his pogo stick because he has nothing else to do.
That one Fire Spirit actually ruined, like that fight could have gone so much differently if Pepita hadn't got hit with that one Phoenix Spirit. He was ready to jump in. It's actually just crazy to think about how one thing could have completely altered the course of history in this game. Pepita smoked up. They know Leo Styles there.
They know.
Jump in, blade mail, roll on in, shotgun. Bye-bye. All right, they'll follow up. They'll show off the blink over here on Frank, but that's about all he can do. The Nightmare coming out over here onto the Terrorblade. They're keeping their distance. Excel looking for the right moment, maybe trying to go in for a Fiend's Grip, but they already have taken down Matthew. No buyback on either one of these heroes. Just turn their attention now over to the tower. ESL. Another nightmare placed over onto MNZ. I don't know what Thunder Predator does. I don't think they can do much of anything. Hello, Terrorblade. You need to stop taking a nap. They're hitting your buildings. They're killing your family. Silence again, the call from Papita. This guy's playing out of his goddamn mind here. Michael turns himself. He's already got an ag somehow. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just surfs on out.
Oh.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
I saw him turn as soon as he rolled in. Oh no, this isn't gonna hit. And then I was like, oh, this is the moment. And he just turns into rock.
Yep. Sometimes that happens. And this is a very slow ending to this game.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
They're not even hitting it. Like, I want to just point this out. They're not even hitting this ancient. They're just looking at him. I'm surprised I haven't seen items being dropped yet, honestly, Purge.
I mean, they're waiting for the right grab. They got to grab an initiation with Papita, and then they've got kills. One call and almost anybody is a dead hero.
I should say so. Papita thinks about it. Look at it. They're so close together.
Is under
So
attack.
close. Come on. Just a little bit closer.
Now they got to go in.
Closer. Give yourself a hug. There it is. There's the call. The drag over again. Sunray comes out. It doesn't matter. Infamous.